on victory, straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now this time, Murray to throw it. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Tommy Townsend now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his own end zone, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd down and goal. Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Murray going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Play action. It's Herbert. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Bengals at 12-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We're scoreless after 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Johnson goes in motion left. To the air again, Herbert. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got Otten on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Herbert off of play action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Isaiah Pacheco, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Shaquille Leonard able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd down and 4, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Now it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing now is Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
He's going to take another shot here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Throwing on second and long. Herbert. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 24, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
play action. Now it's Murray. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns' drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw caught by Pierce. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he missed it. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Leonard drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray now on 1st down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw is Murray. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A pitch out to Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. For the winning side, Charles.